Wish you have an AI powerful marketing tool that's made easy to whip up fresh, engaging content and that helps you connect with your audience? Well, let me introduce you to a wonderful software called RealSite AI. It offers a user friendly dashboard with various modules to choose from. And some of the features are building a marketing strategy, content generations, spotting trend, and filled with analytics to help you make the right decision for your business. So let's get started. I wanted to go over some important features for RealSite AI. First of all, you don't need to know any prompts and you don't need to have social media background because it's very intuitive. It helps you tailor your content for any key social media platform. It also provides analytics, which is the key to getting to know who your audience is because you could build a beautiful product, but you need to reach your target audience. And the analytics will help you make informed decisions and it would tell you how to improve your products and what's doing well and what's not. You also will have a trend analysis because in this day and age, trend is always changing and it will help you stay in top. And it also will keep your brand consistent. Another feature is that it is very personable. It is not like Chat GPT, where it's very general. This software gets to know you and gets to know your business, and then in turn helps you make an informed decision. So let's get started, and I'll show you a demo. So we're at the main screen. You can see here there's different categories: building the market strategy, content creation, spot trends, and then YouTube boost. Now you can see I'm inside the dashboard. And as you can see, I went to this menu bar right here. It leads me to my analytics. At first, I connected my YouTube account. So this shows me my analytics, which I'll go over later. So you click on here and you have dashboards. You have your history, and this is your chat box where you could ask it any questions. And you got your strategy, content creations, extended content, trends, and your YouTube. So let's get started with the chat box. So I click on RealC AI here, and it's going to lead me to the chat box. And it'll tell me right here, says, hey, I'm RealC. I'm ready to help level up your games. How can I assist you today? So you could ask it any type of questions to help improve your business. So I'm going to tell RealC who I am and what I like to learn. So let's start, and I'm going to go down here and you type your message in this white box here. So as a YouTuber, I think thumbnails are, if not one of the most important thing that you should plan, because you only have that few minutes to make or break or track your audience. So I asked RealC, telling RealC that I'm a YouTube content creator, and I asked him or her to give me 5 tips on making an effective thumbnail. So typed it here and I'm going to hit go. Okay, so now you see that its history is saved here. So I could view my history if I want to refer back. And I also could download this document too and put in my note files. So let's scroll up here. And it says, absolutely, as an experimental marketer, I can provide you with very valuable insights. And it tells me 5 tips, like I asked. One is eye-catching visuals. And not only it tells me my 5 tips, it also has a detail. I ensure that my thumbnail is visually appealing and grabs the audience attention. I use bright colors and high quality images and bold text to make it stand out. And it tells me to be clear and concise, use brand consistency, emotion, and curiosity. And then, of course, tests and analytics is very important with any project. So, and it will tell me, by implementing these tips, I could create thumbnails that not only attracts viewers, but it also drives engagement and increase my video views like RealSite AI does. So now we're on the strategy, which is a crucial blueprint. And on the strategy page, you will see audience. And the next one would be strategy and campaign. and then strategy analysis. So what it does is it dives deep into your insight, and it tells you what the audience prefer and how they behave. So it has a lot of knowledge that will help you make an informed decision. And you just have to fill out a few things. So I got started here. I chose CNN. So the industry is media, and the company URL, of course, is CNN. And then now I'm going to grab the social media URL, which I will find down here. Take their Facebook, go back in, put in, and then you could plus or minus here. You could do another URL, which is, let's see, I'm going to grab their Twitter, go back in, Twitter, and then let's go down. You could add more, you see, or you could subtract here. The more you tell, the more it knows. So I'm going to leave 2 for now. And then, of course, the language will be English. And I'm going to hit generate. Customer persona of CNN. And it tells me here, given the nature of a media company, because I put media, it caters to vast consumer based on primary interest in news, current event, politics, health, business, and entertainment. So it gives me different categories like demographics. The demographic of CNN to be 25 to 54. So this is great to know your demographic. I post a lot of panda pictures, and I know that on my panda page, when I look at my analytics, my demographic is older, and they also are from like United States. And this way I know who to, and they're mostly women. So I know who to gear towards and make my content. So that's very important to know. And then geographic, if it's a different country, then I will add in more subtitles if I find that there's more people from China or a Pacific country that, watches my content. By looking at analytics, I will make sure that I tailor, to that audience too. And it just lists everything, all the advice here, like now for key social media platform for Facebook and Twitter, it says, what the followers are likely to share the similar characteristics, but it has a wider age range. So I know that on Facebook, if it's older audience, I might post a little longer content because they might have more time. Like I know for my Panda channel, my content is really long because a lot of the audience are, people that might not make it to the zoo. And, I had someone who says that they're like bedbound. So they would tend to watch my videos. So I don't make very short videos, but on my channel here, I try to keep all these tutorial videos like 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I wouldn't, go to 1 hour. So I'll probably lose my audience. And I hope you're still with me right now. It says, now apply this to your marketing content. And it says, use real-time pattern. It says your content should represent your current issue and your trends immediately, because this is important with the news audience. And then capitalize on real-time marketing by typing in current events to brand your message. So this is really great. This is like having an advisor, a 24/7 advisor on hand. And a lot of times, I might research a lot of stuff, but I will forget. And this is very helpful where it lays down step by step what I need to do. And it even tells me who my audience is and what to do. So it takes it a step further. And I could download this and save it. If you're not a fan of this response, you could also keep generating more response. And all you do is you click here. And it says, once you nail your target audience of your website and your social media, then it's time to lead in customizing your market approach and your connections. Recommendations here, and speak their language, create a audience-centric content that directly addresses their interests, their needs, and their pain points. Platform positions, focus on your efforts on social media, online channels where the audience thrive, and then meet them where they're most engaged. It tells us the brand metrics that matters, monitor your website and social media analytics very closely, and then target with precision here. So this is very useful. It's like a plan, to succeed. So now I know who my audience is. The next thing is to have a strategy and a campaign. So that would be the second tab here is your business overview, which put in the name, your company, your industry, of course, your URL, and then your social media again. And in here, it tells you to elaborate on your target audience, covering pain points, challenges, and customer persona. Now we know a little bit because on the first tab, it tells me the age of my audience. And then here you could select your marketing goal, what you would like, and you just simply click on these things here, like generate, increase brand awareness, uh, establish industry authority, increase traffic, of course, acquire new customer. And I'm going to fill in over this side. So here I just put a little example. Of course, there's going to be more for the sake of time. I just put age 25 to 75. Some audience are media, consumers. Pain point is getting the news quickly and then beating the competition. And then users are from all over the world and users on Facebook and different social media. And then also to earn trust of the user. And I already clicked over here what I would like, maybe boost brand engagement. And let's scroll down and I could add in a second URL and let me do that. Put Twitter here and let's go to the budget. I'm going to put 5,000 and then scroll down more. Actually 50,000. CNN is rich, but I'll just put 50. And then we're going to do 3 months to see. And then include any events. I'm just going to say marketing channels. So I'm going to choose these first and I'll fill the rest out. So I'm going to say social media, search engine, content, broadcast influencing, and here. And then I would do blogs, video creation, maybe podcast promotions and restrictions, KPI. I'm not going to put anything. And then key performance indicator like social media reach, maybe more social media followers. There we go. Let's scroll down and then the language is in English. So let's generate. And here you go. Of course, you have the opportunity to download this information. And it tells me the marketing strategy. So the digital presence is established, which we all know CNN is very popular. So we'll push you to the forefront and the approach will be multi-pronged, aimed at uniquely appealing to your brand, your target audience, increasing awareness. And then it says social media would be Facebook and Twitter. It says capitalize on user-generated content. Consider running photo contests. Oh, that's neat. That's something I wouldn't think about. And then around sensitive news topics and encouraging users to share their perspective experience. So that increases engagement. A lot of times in YouTube videos, you'll hear YouTubers say, leave your comments below because the more back and forth that will bring that would help you get promoted in the algorithm. So and then it also says crisis management, ensure your social media managers are proficient in managing public sentiment during breaking news or difficult topics too. And it says share user-friendly summaries, break down complex news stories into digestible user-friendly format. And then it also talks about the search engine, the SEO tools. And it gives me even tools like it says semrush.com. And then there's also content marketing, blogs create and optimize articles for SEO and with trending and evergreen content. So make those evergreen content where you could reuse. And it tells me about broadcasting, influence market, email marketing. Wow, it's a whole list of things to do. And number 9, using current resources and marketing tool, team up with the existing marketing team to handle different tasks. So, and then 10 is KPI because I asked to increase followers and it tells me to increase followers, focus on creating engaging content, posting regularly and utilizing trends, hashtags, and user interaction. So, and it also says offer exclusive behind the scene content. So it's like having a advisor on hand, when you get that new job, you want to find that person that tells you all the ins and out. And this is like your best friend. So I am loving this so far. And of course, if you're not a fan, you could regenerate right here. I am a fan, and let's create the campaign. So now it dives into creating the campaign. And let's go back up here. So it says marketing campaign for CNN, and then it says, gives me a title too, which is CNN, your news, your voice. And it has my social media campaign. The Facebook and Twitter conduct a citizen report, encourage followers to share photos. Okay. And then it says, do a news and picture campaign, host a Twitter chat, and even tells me twice a month, like how often. And it says roll out blog series, video progress, announce in conversation with. So it gives me titles and ideas. So it's not it's not just telling me what to do. It gives me like suggestions too. So here's special promotions and offer, giveaways and then metrics to measure. And with a $50,000 budget, which I told it I had, it tells me where to spend my 50,000. Like for example, 10,000 on social media management and advertising, and then 15,000 on content creation. So this is really good. It's like breaking my budget. It tells me where to put the bulk of my money, what's most important. And of course, looking at this is it's content creation. And then go down here, it says with the above strategy, CNN can anticipate an increased brand awareness, customer engagement, and following. So if I did all these, this would help me with the engagement and everything. So, and it says here, create campaign. Then it could regenerate campaign for week 1. Then could go right here, and then it's regenerating the campaign. I mean, this would take me a lot of time to do by myself and to create all this. So it says now it's going to give me a 7-day schedule based on my requirements. And Monday, it says emotional SEO hook. You're stronger than you think. How ordinary people make extraordinary changes. So it gives me these titles that are probably ranking really high. And then Tuesday, it says breaking the silent, unheard voices in today's top news, and so on and so forth. It tells me to use different platforms. Like Monday, I'm using Facebook. It gives me strategy too. Then Tuesday, I'm using Twitter and Instagram. So I'm mixing it up. And this will keep me pretty organized too and less stress. And of course, you could download and you could even go to, week 4. So hit. Okay, so now I am in the third tab of strategy. So this is the analysis part, and I already filled it out to save time. So it's asking me for the industry and then all the URL and then social media. So I'm going to go down here, and of course the language is English, and I'm going to generate strategy analysis, and it says it's going to discuss CNN's marketing strategy based on the link that I provided, and it tells me the website strategy, and it tells me social media strategy, and then it has conclusions and recommendations. So for example, it says here's what you could do to incorporate in your marketing content, offer timely valuable content in the media industry, and then time is the essence by capitalizing on the need for immediate information, because I said that was one of my problems. So this software is very smart. It gets to know me, and then it tailors the solution towards what I need and towards my audience and towards my branding. So in this one, now we're in the mini campaign for the content creation. You also have different tabs like the mini campaign, title to post, your content react, your motivation quotes if you want it, and resize your content to make it shorter if you need. And I already filled out the form here. It asks for the company name, the industry, and it has title, questions, statements, and upcoming events and company updates. So I asked for Mother's Day for coming up. I asked for rebranding, how to gain more followers, news reporter, and then I'm going to select Twitter. And then down here, I will also add in my social media links and also the competitor. I add as NBC News. So I'm going to click on generate. Okay, now I've generated the mini campaign. So it says tap into CNN's top tier. And then it says, it gives me the hashtags to use. And it also says, this is precisely 118 characters, abiding by Twitter's rules. So it's very knowledgeable. It tells me, gives me guidance on Twitter as well. And okay, so for title to post, I put CNN, media, and then where to go Mother's Day. And I want it on Twitter. And then, of course, I fill out the same URL and then the social media and then Twitter. And I'm going to hit generate. The titles to post, and it says, Treating Mom This Mother's Day. Let's guide you through unique spots across the globe. And it gives me the two hashtags. And then it says, gives me advice to accompany this tweet. They suggest like a visual of a world map dotted with possible Mother Day destination, highlighting global reach. And then it gives me, like advise me to say follow CNN, which is always important when you post something, you want a call to action. Okay, for content reaction, I put in the information, I put the title, the URL of Mother's Day, I put Facebook, then it has the questions below of the company and the social media and the language. So I'm going to hit generate. The Facebook post, now it's giving me the viral headline, which is this Mother's Day, let's make space for those with broken hearts. And then it also gives me a little icon too, very cute. And then gives me some text and then a link. And then it says, considering following us for a broader perspective, like a video script too. Wow, scene 1, scene 2. It tells me what the visual is, and it tells me what the speaker is going to say, like this Mother's Day, CNN is here to share the story. So it wrote the entire script here. The motivation quotes, people love quotes. So you put in your company's name, put in the industry, and then of course CNN has a lot, and then social media icon. So you have the drill now. Go down and put the second one is Twitter, and then let's generate that too. Okay, so let's go down and let's see the quotes here. So, wow, it gives me like all the way, oh my goodness, like 50 quotes to use. So I could just save this and, use the quotes on different days. It's not just media, it's the voice of the people, and it has talk about the truth loud and clear. And I did use as one of the description, people's voice. So it remembers this. It's very personal and it caters to what I tell it. And it gives me more examples. So this is resize the content where you could shorten the content to different amount of characters. Of course, you add in your company, your industry, and then you add in your content here, your post. And then you could either choose 140, 300, 500, or 1000, and then put your company's name. And down here, I wanted to show you, you could put any language. And I think there's about 68 languages that you could choose. And of course, you hit generate. And here's my resize the content to make it shorter. So it's 140 characters like I asked. So next I'm going to try multilingual. So what it does is you could add in your content. Let's say it's in English and then I want it in Chinese. So I'm going to hit translating. So it's going to translate this into Chinese. And there you go. And if you can't find the language, you could add in here too. And then down here, you're going to see all my topics here. And it says there's 5 topics, like top 10 heartwarming Mother's Day gifts, celebrating Mother's Day, the history, and DIY. And then it says by focusing on these topics, I could create compelling content that resonates with my target audience and enhance brand visibility and have, good conversation. So the next one would be the keyword, Mother, Children, Gifts, and Mother's Day. And let's generate that. So it says tip, you could whip up social media posts or post in no time, just copy and paste the information. And okay, results here. So here is the keyword like unique Mother's Day gift for moms, personalized Mother's Day gift. So it gives me all the way up to 10 keywords. So I could put more keywords here, and then I want to do maybe 20 topics, and then let's hit generate. And as you can see, it gives me the 20. And number 1, 5 heartfelt Mother's Day daughter bonding activities and the ultimate guide. And it has a nice little tutorial here. It says, check out the trend where you could discover your top questions. And this will help you create your content and address your audience interests. So you put in your keywords and then you select your target social media platform. You create the post, the question, and then you write the script from it. So I'm going to search these keywords for the industry trend, and here it says, is there a kid day like Mother's Day? And then I could create posts from these trends here. So why should children celebrate Mother's Day? So I could either create a post, and I could also create a script. So in here, put my company's name and then put your industry here. And then I would probably, depending on which type of post, like Twitter, or probably write a shorter one, and then CNN. And then scroll down. Going down here, base your requests. Here's engagement Twitter post that aligns with your voice and brand. So it says, what if Mother's Day, we celebrate Child's Day, couch farts, cartoons, and cereal. Let's make every day a Child's Day. And then it, of course, tells you a call to action is to follow us on social media. Okay. And then you could create a script here too. And then, of course, you put in all the information as well, increased branding, maybe this one, and then company URL. And then here, down here, it says, I'm Realcy, and that's the chat box that's here to assist me to create the advertisement. And it has my video script. It has scene 1, the visual and the narration, and scene, 2, 3 to 4. And it tells me here, it will help me increase my visibility, and it's a must for marketing. So let's give it a try. So close here. Okay. And then here, that was quick. And here it is. It has Train versus Lamborghini, Test Drive, YouTube Rewind. And then it says get insight into the latest YouTube trend by the country, and then by the content with ease, and then discovers, trending videos. So this is useful to be on top of it. And then here's Google Pulse. So of course I'm going to put United States again of America, and then I am going to hit search. And then you have what's on Google. You got the NC State basketball, Miami. So I wanted to show you the analytics here of my YouTube channel. So right here, you see how many subs I have. I have 1680. This is my Panda channel. And you could see I have not posted much because the Panda went back to China. So you can see that there's now a dip because I'm not too active with it. And that reflects, with the drop here. And it tells me from different months here. I could zoom in, I could zoom out here, and then let's see this here. I could download this. I download it as a PNG. This graph, let's say I have a team, I want to share that. And right here, I have the audience here, and it tells me the age of my audience. And most of my audience are female on this channel versus most of my audience on this technical channel are male. And it shows me that most users are using mobile device. So this will help me create better content knowing that they're going to use a mobile. And then it tells me what countries is top, which is USA, and next is Canada. I have Singapore, Japan, and it gives me on this estimate watch minutes, percentage, and then how many subscribers gained. So it looks like US is doing well here. And it gives me the whole map here. And it has the age here with the graph. So I have lots more older people. I have less male. I have more female for this channel. So this is very useful information that will help me make better videos, and then I could better target my audience as well. Okay, this time I'm just going to do media. I'm going to do pandas and giant pandas and then panda products, and I'm going to hit search. Here I have it, the latest trending video. So National Geographic, okay. And that is requesting a comprehensive audit of your YouTube channel. And then so you just put your channel in, like for example, it has Mr. Beast. So let's close this. Okay, so it shows you my channel here, and then it has 58 total videos, shows me the subscriber, how many views I have, and then the industry, and then it has here my hashtag suggestion is National Zoo goer pandas, and then Zhao Kiji, and it has down here it shows me the number one video. This one I have 65,000 views on it, and then the next ranking one, and then you could also go to the next page, and then this shows me all the videos. So keep scrolling. So this will help me to increase engagement with my YouTube channel. So please select your video. So it says for the relaunch, YouTube relaunch gives your video the love it deserves, simple tweaks. So I want to find a video and then create some tweaks from it. So I'm going to put in this URL for social media analysis. I'm going to hit audit. And it talks about adding in your YouTube channel and then adding in what your competitor is. And then it shows you, for example, the analysis between PewDiePie and T-Series, and it compares like the date, the total views, the subscribers. So learning about your competitors will help you with your content. And it also has recommended hashtags in here, which is very important to help the users find your channel. So let's close this here, and then competitor, and then your YouTube. Okay, so here is my comparison between Animal Planet. Of course, they win. They have 5 million, and they have 2.66 is that billion? Wow. And then their join date, and then I joined in 2022. So I have ways to go. And then of course my subscriber, and then my total view. And if you go down here, you're gonna see total videos, and then total views and subscribers. And then down here it has on the left hand would be mine, and on the right hand will be theirs. So it has my top video there. A hashtag, it has National Zoo, like the top one is National Zoo. And then for the Animal Planet, it has Animal Planet, and it has, My Cat from Hell and all that. And then top 10 videos here. It's good to know what mine is and what they have. Music, happy. And going down here, you see the script here. It has title, the host, and it tells you cut interview with CNN number. And you could also change the size here and use this content. Okay. So in here, it has tutorial. It says get unique insights from, you know, from your technology. So you put your URL, put your social media link here, and then it'll tell you the opinion. So let's go and put maybe. And it says that real site calculates value reflecting month to month by comparing the last 30 days to the previous 30 days and then providing valuable insights into the performance trend. And they said these statistics, including opinions, are derived directly from real sites' advanced algorithm and analytics, and it ensures accurate and comprehensive data analysis. You'll see AI Vidnovation. I like that. Vidnovation. I can't pronounce that. So this is based on the concept of fast advertising, the art of advertising in real time with cultural relevance. So when you stumble upon high performing videos, it will generate a dynamic and unique script for you, capturing the essence of the moment. So what you do is you put in the YouTube video you want, and it should have English subtitles. So let's go here. Let's X out. And then I'm going to put in video URL. My goal would be increase brand awareness, and then I'll do formal. And then I'm going to go down here. Let me see. So here's my script. Or you could choose that, and then you could generate. And there you go. And then you could even translate to different countries, different language, I mean. And then you go up here. You also have blog here, company name, and then media, and then news on Mother's Day, 500 characters, and then URL. And then let's go down further. Social media, Twitter, and then let's generate this. Here it writes your blog. So it says, viral hook line. It gives you that. It gives you a call to action. And you also could write for the web too. So put the name and then put your industry here. And then topic of the web, maybe social media. Okay. And then there you go. You have your web copy right here. The Pro one, which is $29.99 a month, very reasonable price. And then this is what you get. You get full access. You get 65,000 words. And then social media posts is 10 and seat is 1. And then if you want to do growth, then you have 150,000 words and full access, and then 40 social media reports, and then 3 seats. So it increases. If you're a bigger company or an agency, then I recommend getting this. But this is a very reasonable price for everything that you're getting for the software. I think it's incredible. This tutorial is already taking like a long time because it's so packed with features. Software took a very long time, as you can see, to review because there's so many features and it thinks about everything. It has trend, has analytics for your YouTube channel to help you make informed decisions. It has your audience. It writes your video scripts. It writes for your web. It helps you stay on top of all the trends. It's very thoughtful software and very detailed. I'm going to look forward to using this because I have multiple social media channel and I could use the software for different purposes, and I also work with web too. So that helps me with the web and also helps me with social media. So I'm really going to love it. And I hope you love it too. And if you do buy it, let me know your thoughts and leave it below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.